Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. It's 3:52 p.m. on August 30th, 2023 in downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's 23 degrees outside and a sunny afternoon in the city. In this video, I traveled for 2 kilometers starting in Gastown at Maple Square, then strolled west on Water, southwest on Seymour, southeast on West Hastings, south on Abbott, east on West Pender, south on Columbia, and west on Kiefer Place, ending my trek in Chinatown at TNT Supermarket. If you would like to support the channel, click the heart icon to send me a super thanks. To receive updates, follow me on Instagram at jforestwood. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, share it, and subscribe. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. Just down in Gastown right now, walking along Water Street. So how about you come along and we'll do a narrative video. So let's go. Here's Water Street right here. This would be Water in Abbott. It's a partly cloudy day today. And a bit of sun, bit of clouds. Seems to be a toss-up between the sky wants to be a nice golden blue, or if it's going to be a nice silvery haze. Who knows? It did rain yesterday, so pretty heavy in the morning. So a lot of the smoke has been cleared out. So don't have to worry about that today. But I'm sure a little bit of the smoke will come back. It's not deterrent for going out. You just need to check the Weather Network, which is the Canadian Weather Channel. Again, that's called the Weather Network. And you Google that to find out. Then you just need to go search for Vancouver and then just look at the air quality index. And it'll tell you what they recommend. And generally, during when the smoke's been over the city, it hasn't been thick or anything like that. Not like we've seen in Toronto or Montreal or even Edmonton or Calgary. So it's been very thin, and most of the air quality indexes have said, just monitor yourself. If you feel tired, we have a really scratchy throat, go indoors, get some fresh air. But otherwise, you can continue with your daily activities, and it shouldn't impede what you're doing in your daily life. Just gonna walk carefully because you can see these kids are all over the place. Which is just funny. They're just silly kids. Goofs.
Where the hell?
You're in Gastown. Somebody was like, where the hell are we? I was just like, you're in Gastown. Across Cordova Street here. Or is this Canby? That's Canby. Sorry. So across Canby, and we'll continue up Water here. So there's quite a few people in the neighborhood today. This would be one of the last major weeks for Canadians to travel. And a lot of Canadians like traveling at the end of August because a lot of the bugs have been cleared out. And you get a nice temperature here in Vancouver that's around 21 degrees. Pretty stable and consistent. We'll keep walking here along Water Street. There's Momo Sushi. And there's an izakaya right next door to it. And over here you also have the Vancouver Whitecaps soccer team, otherwise known as football outside of North America, in their official store.
It's not 75 and it's not 25.
And this would be West Cordova Street that we've just walked up onto. Just making cars wait. Because the walkers do have right away there. Oh, I just got a message. I was checking my phone. Give me a minute. Looks like Bay needs me to go over to T&T and pick up some groceries. So we're at the intersection of Seymour and West Cordova. So we'll just cross the street here and we'll head on up. And then over to Chinatown. Probably along West Hastings for a little bit, and then over onto Abbott Street. The light will change in another minute. There we go. Our turn. Looks like we got one of the crowds here in the buses. There's the number 8 that goes down Fraser Street and over to Southeast Marine Drive. And we're passing local Tim Hortons. Right over here at the Harbor Center. And there's the entrance to the Harbor Center right there. Oh, keep walking here. And this would be the intersection of West Hastings and Seymour Street. And we'll cross the street. And we'll go down West Hastings here. This is not part of the notorious 4-block area, commonly referred to in the national news as East Hastings. And to be honest with you, it's actually inappropriate to call it East Hastings. They should call it East Hastings, the downtown east side. And even then it's inappropriate because there's a lot more East Hastings Street than the bad section. It's pretty much between Dunlevy and Princess Street. It starts around Abbott and goes all the way to Princess Street. And even then, it really goes from Abbott to Dunlevy now, because they have cleared out the encampment. That's where you'd find a lot of people with mental health and drug addictions. And you can see over here, this is a relatively nice part of the street in West Hastings. And this would be the intersection of Richards and West Hastings. There goes the number 20 bus. And it's our turn, so we'll cross. There goes the R5. That'll be the rapid bus that's going to go through the downtown east side. And then into some really nice neighborhoods called Strathcona, and Hastings Sunrise, then over into Burnaby and the Heights. With, I believe Burnaby Heights and Willingdon Heights. Might be getting the Willingdon Heights wrong. But it's whatever the neighborhood is below the Burnaby Heights. And the popular retail strip between those two neighborhoods called the Heights. And then over to Simon Fraser University. I'll keep walking here along West Hastings. We're doing a little bit of construction over here on Homer Street. This section used to be really beat up. So they're starting to repave it. Just waiting for the right time. And of course, city budgets are a little tighter right now because we did just come out of a pandemic. So they have to be a little bit smarter with their budgets. Yeah, Vancouver's really, really trying. Not quite sure if Toronto's really trying. As a local in Toronto, I understand the need to do things like rename Dundas Street and why many people are concerned about that, but at the same point in time, not quite sure if it's necessarily the right decision right now, because the city is apparently $42.5 billion in debt. So this point in time is probably ample time to cut back on some programming, outsource some contracts, and into a good, more affordable bidder, and then figure out how to save some money and while keeping taxes low for the people that live in the city. Which isn't easy, but it's totally possible. Totally possible. We'll see if City Council decides that. I'm sure many local Torontonians right now would be like, I'm not so sure about that. I feel for you. I really do feel for you. Anyway, this is the intersection of West Hastings and Cambie Street. If you head in that direction, head back into Gastown. And the next street over would be West Cordova. Looks like it's our turn, so we can cross. This section of the street is undergoing gentrification right now. You'll see a mix of the downtown east side, East Hastings crowd, as well as a lot of students and young professionals moving into these buildings. A lot of these buildings have been renovated. You see a lot of different stores in them. There's a Spinco just past the Narrated. There's a convenience store here is selling milkshakes and ice cream as well. See a lot of UBC sweatshirts. And of course, here's the Gallery George. So it's a mixed bag. And of course, on the other side of the downtown east side, East Hastings Strip, okay, there's Strathcona, and that's also gentrifying. And it's starting to push on both sides of the downtown east side core. And it's pretty nice to see, because eventually that'll all get gentrified and hopefully resolve some of the issues. that are in the downtown east side. Because, why should the downtown east side be available just for people that are going to sleep out on the street when we have homeless shelters and RSOs they can stay at? But a more affordable housing for those types of people would be greatly appreciated as well. We do need that. As well as regular housing that regular people who work 9 to 5 jobs can afford. It's just a really tight street here.
All of us are pretty late except this guy.
Well, honestly, you'll appreciate it. We'll just think about it.
Guy's got quite a few coffees in his hand. Probably heading back to the office. He pulled the short straw today. Had to do the coffee run. Here's a Pint, one of our local pubs in the neighborhood. They do a good job. They're a chain, but they do a really good job. And over here, across the street, and we're now in Chinatown. This would be West Pender Street here. Yeah, I'll do a loop for you, and then head back up Kiefer Place and over to TNT grocery store. So we'll just head down West Pender here. So this will be West Pender and Abbott. Looks like it's our turn, so we'll cross. Just passing the International Village Mall, which is an Asian-focused designed mall. And there's a 22 night bus pulling in. And some poor soul, unfortunately with addiction issues, sitting on the bench there. I remember the downtown east side really hasn't changed in over 20 years. It's pretty much been the same issue. Got a little worse during the pandemic, but really, it's just had addiction issues for a long time. And if you actually look back in the history books, the downtown east side and the East Hastings Strip in that area, from around Abbott to Dunleavy, really has been an area that's been dominated over history with junkies in that area. Even back in the day, it used to have opium dens and opium houses way back in the 1910s. I learned that from the book Vancouver It Was Awesome, which is a history book published by the popular blog Vancouver Is Awesome. And you can Google both. I got my copy through Google Books, through the Google Play Store. It was a very interesting read. The gist of it that I got from it was Vancouver's a very transient city. A lot of people will move in and out on a regular basis, and there's a great influx of that. And you'll see that with a lot of different people coming in and out. There's a lot of Europeans over here, Brits, Scots, Irish, a lot of Australians moving through the neighborhood, as well as people from a whole bunch of different Pan-Asian diaspora. It's passing one of the skinniest buildings in the world that houses Jack Chow Insurance. You can also get your wedding license here, or your marriage license. So we'll cross Carroll Street here. And when you're in Chinatown right now, you do need to be a little cautious because one block up this way is the downtown east side strip. But the Chinese community that's in the area is very friendly, very good, and looks out for each other and people that frequent the area. And the current mayor, who is Chinese Canadian, is also working at resolving the issues plaguing Chinatown right now. You can hear an interesting person in the background, potentially. Just mad at the world. I have to laugh at it, otherwise I'll cry. We'll keep walking here along West Pender Street. Just passing another branch of the Vancouver Film School. This will be the intersection of Columbia and West Pender. And we'll cross the street. I'm going to head on down this street right here. I saw a little bit of Chinatown. And we'll head on down Columbia and then back up Kiefer Place and over. Over here, this cool building right on over here. This will be the Chinese Cultural Center. Beautiful building. And 2 clicks and we're back down. There we go. I'm just going to keep the camera straight because there's someone's home there. And a little privacy on the camera over here. Some people can't find housing right now, so. They're forced to live out on the street. That's unfortunate. We have a housing crisis up. And municipal governments and provincial governments are working to resolve the issues, but of course federal government is trying to talk its way out of their responsibilities, which is unfortunate. So it makes life tough for everyone. I love this sign over here. This would be on the Chinatown. There's apartments in here too, I believe. Either that or it's a car park. I can't remember which one. But there is also a mall in there too, called the Chinatown Plaza. And that's the old Chinatown Plaza neon sign right there. Very cool, eh? Anyway, there's 2 clicks and we're back down. This would be the intersection of Columbia and Kiefer Street. And once we cross the street here, Kiefer Street will turn into Kiefer Place. Yeah, it looks like it's our turn, so we can go. We wanted to catch the 23 English Bay bus that's right here. It's a tiny little bus. Probably fits about 15 people in it. But you can ride that all the way from Chinatown over to English Bay. Yeah, it's a nice little quick bus too. Goes down Beach Ave. That guy's going to be really annoyed by that siren going off. Very cool. Very cool though, going about his job. Working hard. And this white building we're walking along, that would be the doctor's son yacht garden building. And there's a traditional Chinese garden in there. They close around 3. It's past 3 now. It's 4:28, so I never actually get to go in there. But yeah, you can find other vloggers who woke up early in the day and did that. And early in the day, though, is usually when I'm working. So, such is life. I'll keep walking along Kiefer Place here. And we're crossing Carroll Street. I have a few friends that live in these residential buildings here. They like it. Of course, we live a few stories up, so whenever there's an issue down here on the street, they're not involved. We'll keep walking here. And we'll continue on Kiefer Street here. Or Kiefer Place, sorry. Over here, of course, would be Taylor Street. And this is Taylor Street right here. We got a few residential buildings on it, and of course, up here, and this would be the International Village Mall. We'll keep walking here along Kiefer Place. Here's the International Village Mall right there, and there's one of the entrances for you. If you wanted to go into the mall, it's right there. Hey, how's it going? Cool person. Just going about her daily business. And we'll cross the street here. This will be Abbott Street. And we were just on. So I'm telling you, people down here are friendly. So come on down to Chinatown, enjoy yourself. There's the TNT grocery store. They really want you to go to the other entrance. I got signs on the door for that. TNT grocery store really is one of the most popular grocery stores in Vancouver. It's where a lot of people go to get their groceries, and it's where we go to get our groceries as well. So definitely a great place. Anyways, I'm going to head on into the grocery store now. So thanks for coming along, and just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, folks. Okay? Have a good day.